What's going on, everybody? This is JB Claret with another episode of the Burnley career mode for FIFA 16, and today we've got highlights coming up in just a few moments from now of the away match at Vicarage Road against Chico Forest's Watford side, which is always a tough place to go, but we won very comfortably last season 4-1 as we stormed to the league title for the second year running. Just to keep you up to date with one or two things just before we go, the Champions League group phase has actually been drawn, and this is we'll just find out for you when we go to the right competition. Here we go. We have actually been drawn in Group A with Zenit St Petersburg, who we play first up at Turf Moor. Fenerbahce we play first up, Zenit St Petersburg are the other team, and again the Battle of Britain with Celtic is relinquished for the second successive season. Group B, PSG, Borussia Dortmund, Sporting Club Portugal, FC Basel. Group C is Juventus, Valencia, PSV Eindhoven and Kopenhagen. Welcome them back to the tournament. Arsenal, Roma, Ajax and Galatasaray, four great names in European club football, battling it out for those two places. That's Group D. Group E is Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Marseille and Krasnodar. I would suggest the top three places will be battled out between Bayern Munich, Chelsea and Marseille. Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Tottenham and Anderlecht, all again good well-known European names, battling it out in Group F. Two groups to go. Group G features Real Madrid, the 10 times champions of Europe, Wolfsburg of Germany, Porto of Portugal and Bruges of Belgium. And finally Group H, that's Barcelona's group, along with Lyon, Lazio and CSKA Moscow of Russia. That's the draw for the Champions League, and Burnley will be in Group A, as I say. Now, I'm sure the draw for the League Cup has been drawn. Let's have a look at that. No, nothing's been decided yet in that competition. There is one game to be played, that's Colchester Oldham, but we'll find out the third round draw after the highlights of the Watford game, which you're now about to see. Burnley going into the game having won their first two games and drawn their last one. Watford steady but unspectacular start with one defeat and two draws, yet to win this season. Could they pull up a shock at Vicarage Road, or would Burnley stay unbeaten and maybe win their third game of the season? Burnley going to the game 2 points behind Norwich. Let's see how the Clarets got on earlier on this afternoon as we took on mid-table Watford. Welcome along, everybody, to Vicarage Road, where Burnley, who are unbeaten so far this season, two wins and a draw, lying second, take on Watford, who are mid-table with two draws and a defeat. They're still looking for their first win, but they look very impressive in those two draws. But the man to watch for Watford, from their point of view, is Mario Balotelli. 5 goals in his first 3 games in Premier League. He's looking an absolute goal machine yet again this season. The man who got 30 Premier League goals last season is at it again. And the man he has to beat is Adrian in goal. Igalo will play out front. Ganzo will play just in behind. Scotty Arfield, formerly of Burnley, he will play on one of the flanks. And number 20, Bergernis, will play on as well. As for Burnley, again the same 11. Will Hughes has actually made the substitutes bench for the second game running, as he's been nursed back to full fitness. Otherwise, it's more or less the squad picking itself. Well, Burnley undefeated this season. This is always a tough place to go, Vicarage Road, when the Watford fans are right up for it. Mike Dean is the man in charge. So Watford in yellow and black. Get us away. Burnley, Nino reminds you, claret and blue. Watford attacking the goal to our right, going from right to left. Burnley left to right. Here's their former player, Scott Arfield. A dive back to Arfield. Point to prove against his former employers. Bellian, Neymar, Burnley coming into this with a 1-1 draw against Hull. They have signed Sheba as well from Hertha Berlin of Germany, as well as a fourth striker. Sutsy feeling that he needed another backup centre forward. He's already got 3 centre forwards, of course, in Dwight Gale, who's on the bench as well, and Balotelli and Ings, mentioned. Offside given there. Scott Arfield disappointed with the decision. Well, the referee got that one right, just about, the assistant that is. Short free kick to Neymar. Given away to Igalo. Really just started a little bit sloppy and on the back foot again. And Villiers, and look at the space Arfield's been allowed to go into. 2 waiting in there for the cross. Oh, and Igalo. Well, that's the first big opportunity of the game, and it fell for Watford, and it was Igalo, followed it well, but just too high and over Butland's crossbar. Smells that. Bojan. Good skills by the former Barcelona man. He's got a man free on the far side. That's Redmond. Redmond's little cross, and that's could be a goal. Yes, it is. But a red-hot striker, Balotelli, but he's offside. Looked a tight decision. It was a terrific cross in there. Balotelli ghosted in, and it's just offside. So the goal chalked off, and he jumped the gun a little bit, Mario Balotelli. No doubt about that. Ganzo forward to Igalo once again. Watford creating good chances, and Ganzo in again behind. And Ganzo, who scored against Burnley at Turf Moor last season in that 4-3 classic, well, he could have had one there, but he wasn't troubling the scorers. Here's Ganzo now. Good ball in, and McGurnis is in, and Watford have hit the crossbar, and Burnley getting themselves all in a tangle defensively, and they're still not out of the wood yet. Scott Arfield. Arfield, oh, he came so close against his former employers, and Watford here are creating the best opportunities of the match. Scott Arfield with the opportunity after the Bergenis had hit the crossbar. Oh my word. Watford having the better of things here. Balotelli. Cut out by Shawcross. Now Neymar. Here's Bojan. The ball over to the far side where Trippier can give himself the opportunity. That's a foul on Trippier. So Burnley now have a chance to attack at the end of the first half. Takes the free kick quickly. Now Neymar Jr. Cut out by Hoban. And the referee blows the half-time whistle, and a half that was more or less dominated by Watford. They hit the crossbar, missed 3 great opportunities. Balotelli had a goal ruled out for offside, and at half-time here at Vicarage Road, it's Watford 0, Burnley 0. And welcome back to Vicarage Road for the start of the second half. Will Hughes replaces Bojan as Hughes gets some game time in. I mean, coming back from that horrendous injury he picked up during last season. Watford, no changes for them. Burnley looking for a little bit more of a dynamic in midfield. Will Hughes did come on and did in the main okay in the second half of the Hull game, although Hughes did score that horrendous own goal which drew Hull level in the match. Arfield now for Watford, and he's shaking off 2 opponents there very well. He's trying to get past Shawcross, and Arfield gets his shot in, and a goal kick, and Watford again starting in exactly the same vein as they began to finish the second half. And you can be sure that Scott Arfield will be wanting to do very well against his old club. So far it's been a struggle for Burnley. Balotelli. Redmond held off the defence well, and Cuts in field. That's a good ball. And Ings might reach it, but Adrian is there first. Bergernis. Juan Fran. Bergernis. Oh, what about that for a bit of skill? Quick on by Igalo. Smeltzer doing well there. Now Redmond. Hughes. Speculative shot there from Will Hughes. I don't think we'll be troubling the scorers anytime soon. What a game next up. Burnley against Manchester City. Well, that's which you'll see in the next episode. Well, Igalo had chances. Now a chance here for Matthias Vidra to try and make the difference for Flores' Watford side. Me. Next Burnley, of course, Ben Mee, of course, and that's a good ball, and then Dye's onside. And Watford here have a chance. And oh, it's gone in! And Ganzo, who scored at Turf Moor last season, has scored again this season, this time at Vicarage Road. And Burnley are in big trouble now. As we see the replay, a nice little float across. Burnley at 6s and 7s at the back. And the Clarets are bowling themselves to blame. The warnings were not heeded at all. And Ganzo gleefully takes advantage of Burnley's defensive shortcomings and puts Watford 1-0 into the lead after 67 minutes. Watford are going to make a change. Etienne Capoue, former Spurs man, will come on and replace Mvilla. That's a standing ovation from the Watford faithful. So Stutz's Burnley side, a goal down. And on balance, they haven't really been at the races. They've not really fashioned too much in a great deal of chances. Neymar. Can't get the better of Ganzo or Ndai. This has probably been Neymar's worst display as a Burnley player so far this season. Good tackle from Stones, although the referee deciding that was a foul. So a free kick to Watford here, and if they play this right, Burnley again could end up in trouble. Here comes the free kick. Well, they're taking it short there. I didn't expect that, but it's short to Capoue, played into Ganzo, the goal scorer. He's played really well today. One fan played it in. Ganzo. And Day played it in. And Vidra. Well, you've got to say that was a terrific move there by the Hornets. I'm not sure whether the keeper got a flick on that or hit the angle post and bar. The Burnley fans are now on tender hooks and tense, as we all are here. But here's Capoue. And Burnley could be in trouble here. Stones getting in there. But he's given it away. And Dye has made it too. Oh, catastrophe for Burnley. Catastrophe. Watford go 2 up. And I'm speechless. But you can't say Watford don't deserve it. And Burnley have only themselves to blame. Oh, what was Trippier doing? What was he doing? Well taken. No chance for Butland. And Watford go 2 up and punish a bad mistake from Kieran Trippier. And Dye makes it 2-0. Burnley have 7 minutes to score twice to even think about registering a point. Redmond. And he's on his bike. Redmond, go! Well, they've got half a sniff now with just less than 5 minutes to go. A quite extraordinary goal from Redmond. No chance for the goalkeeper. And Burnley now half the arrears to 2-1. But it's going to take something special for them to come back from here. Redmond gets them back in it with 5 minutes to go. Watford 2, Burnley 1 now. 4 added minutes. Didn't go down too well with the Watford public. Hughes. Now to Balotelli. Back to Will Hughes once again. Good block. Ndai doing some good defensive work. Corban getting in the way. Can Watford hold on in there? Burnley are going to lose for the first time this season. Sloppy. Defensively, give away 2 silly goals. And in the end, they were punished for it. They pull one back towards the end, but Watford get the win. They get their first win of the season. Burnley's unbeaten start has gone by the wayside. And Burnley head back up north with their tails between their legs. Watford 2, Burnley 1. And no one can argue with that. Burnley were poor throughout and didn't really start playing until the last 5 minutes. Watford get the victory, their first of the season, by 2-1. Well, what can I say about that? Other than defensively, we were an absolute joke. I'm fuming at that sit down. I mean, I had to keep the commentary as measured and as unbiased as I could, but in my mind, I was seething. What was Trippier doing on the second goal? I have no idea whatsoever. That's probably our poorest performance of the season. We're probably going to end up out the top 4 come the end of it anyway. So we played 4, won 2 of them, drawn 1 and lost our first one. We've conceded 4, we've banged in 9. Balotelli's got more than half of them, which is a concern. Ings is yet to score, I think. I might be wrong, but I'm sure you guys will drop me a line if that's or on Twitter if that is the case. But it's infuriating for me because Watford hadn't won, but to be fair, they were the better side, and I think if you look at it, if you take it and dissect it and look at it again and take it apart, they were the better team for at least 75 to 80 minutes, and I think they justified winning the game, I think. But you know, as good as Watford were, they could have been 2 or 3 up if truth be told before half time. They hit the crossbar. Harfield had a couple of sitters he blazed over when in very good positions, and I just can't fathom why we've come to Vicarage Road, a place where we've done very well. We won 4-1 last season, for God's sake, when the pressure was off, so I don't know what happened there. But to be fair, Watford did very well. Oh, we didn't start playing until we went 2-0 down. By then the game was more or less up for us, and it's kind of hard to take it away, but it's the first defeat of the season. We're not going to go on an Arsenal-style unbeaten run, which was secretly my aim, but there you go. Meanwhile, we've got an injury problem with England at the moment. Daniel Sturridge is out, so we're going to sing these qualifiers because I think they're a little bit pointless, really. I mean, we should have enough there over the qualifying games to get the necessary needed. I mean, we should have a bit much. We are world champions, for God's sake. I don't know why we've got to actually qualify for this. I also had a nice guy there. I'm going to give a shout out. I'm sure you'll find me on YouTube. Brick 2004, Hero Man. Thank you. Yes, they didn't do bad at all, Watford. I've got to be honest. They played very well. As you see there, England winning 2-0 there. Now we've got to play. We've got a problem there with the old youth system at the moment. There are some players who want, I'm going to probably get in there. Wants to cancel his contract, if he can do. I don't think he's going to get in the team, to be quite honest. At the moment, we've got Shawcross out through suspension, so that's us up the Swanee again a little bit. That gives an opportunity to someone like Gary Cahill. I might just rest Wiltshire and give Will Hughes a game. Just to see how he goes on. But we are the world champions at the moment, and started off our qualifying campaign not too badly at all. Here we go. See how we get on there. 2-0 again. Once again, we've got a red card. Trippier's now been sent off, but that is the way it is. Now, the updated league table. Norwich, as you know, are top, but we're not second anymore. It's obviously updated because we saw it last at the end of the highlights. We're now in 4th place. Level on points with Liverpool, and Crystal Palace and West Brom, but we have a better goal difference, and that's what's keeping us above in 4th place, really, to be honest. Norwich, good start. There are, I think, off the top, 6 unbeaten sides. Southampton are the lowest side. They've drawn 4 out of 4 games. Then you've got Hull City have won 1 and drawn 3. They're in 10th. And then Aston Villa, same again, only above them on goal on alphabetical order. And then the top 3: Arsenal 2 wins 2 draws, Man City 2 wins 2 draws. Again, goal difference separates them 2 at the moment, and Norwich top with 3 wins and a draw. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a like, and if anyone who hasn't subscribed, like my friend here, I will spell the channel name for you. It's JB Claret, CLARET. Okay, I've spelled it as careful as I can. 1983. You will find me, all one word, please. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you're on Twitter, it's at Stutzy83. If you want to ask me anything about FIFA or commentary or whatever, I'll be delighted to hear from you. And I am planning a question and answer session somewhere later on in the new year, possibly end of this month, maybe February. Depends on how busy I am at the moment, because I'm snowed under at the moment. But thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you for another episode very soon. Until then, take care, and I'll see you later.